What is up, YouTube? Back again with another video. In today's video, man, we're going to be going over all of the equipment, all of the weapons, and all of this clothing that the U.S. military wears here in the default version of Arma Reforger. Again, just like the helicopters, this is just the things that are in the game currently, and I'm going to go over the stuff that comes in the mods if we ever do happen to get mods, or if we ever get any more official items through the official release of the title. So, without further ado, we're going to go into each individual clothing, and then we're going to the weapons and attachments and all that stuff last. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, first up here, we have the basic uniform. This would be something you would see maybe if you were a long range sniper wearing, because there is a weird thing in the game where apparently the multicams for both Russia and US troops, I guess, apparently doesn't load in correctly at far distances, so you can actually see them from very far away. So apparently these solid colors are very good for staying hidden for far distances. And we have two different versions of the shirt. So for going forward, all pants are going to be the same. So there's two different types of pants, but each shirt has two versions, a long and short sleeve version. So currently what I'm wearing at the moment is I am wearing the short sleeve version, or the rolled up version of the field jacket. Again, this is more of a standard issue jacket, but again, if you're sniping, you could run this. This would be something you would see like maybe back at base camp. Maybe if you're doing a mil sim or something, you guys see the guys running around with this clothes on before they get into their combat attire. And we're also wearing here the M65 pants, which is going to be the same style as the jacket. These are just going to be your standard issue pants. Again, really super simple pants. They're just a camo green, so they're really nothing too special. We're also wearing U.S. combat boots, the standard black issued. There is another pair of boots that I'll be showing here very soon. That is like a multi-cam style pair of boots, and those are pretty cool as well. But a lot of people just run the standard black because usually, if you're picking clothes, usually you're picking things that you want to change, and most people forget all about the boots. From my experience, we're also using the M69 vest, which is going to be the olive green version of the vest. There's also obviously the multicam version as well, and I think there's also a third version which we'll get into soon as well. But very simple, standard issue. The next thing we're running is the officer rig. Now, the rigs, there's a bunch of different versions, and we're going to get into the rigs separately because there's a lot of different versions of them. For the purpose of this, I use the officer version just because this is more of an officer get up that I have going right now. But the officer rig is good for having accoutrements for officers. Now, some of them don't feel like they make as much of a difference as others. Like, you'll see the machine gunner and the sniper ones make a difference for just overall. So it just depends on the rig you're running. And then for backpack right now, I just have the M5 medical bag on, which you guys can see here on my back. I just have this on just because it's a smaller backpack. I wanted to show you guys a solid backpack right off the bat. Medical bag is probably what I use the most. It's a good backpack to have. It has a little bit of storage, not too much, and you're not super slow with it. And your hitbox is not bigger. And then we're running just a standard patrol cap. This is a standard issue military hat you would see. So yeah, this is the standard issue that we're currently running, and I will see you guys when I have the BDU kit. And here we have the standard BDU kit. This is going to be your standard issue kit that you would run. Maybe you would run a helmet over the hat, but for the purpose of right now, I'm just going to be showcasing the hat on the BDU kit. But this is the standard issue BDU kit. And right now we are running the jungle boots, which is the other boots that I was talking about. These are kind of like a multi-cam, camo-vied version of the regular boots. Again, just depends on what your preference is. I don't think there's actually any physical difference in game between the black and the camo. And then we have the standard issue BDU trousers, which are going to be your BDU pants. We have the pilot gloves. And the pilot gloves are the only available gloves in the game for the U.S. to choose at a arsenal. You could obviously find the AI factions gloves on their bodies as well as Soviet gloves, but for the U.S. to get at Arsenal, you can only get the pilot gloves, which is what I run. I just think the gloves add a little bit of flair to the outfit, in my opinion. And then on this outfit, we are running the full sleeve version of the BDU. That there is a short sleeve rolled up version, just like the green outfit. So there's a lot of options there for you as well. We are currently running the PASGT vest. This is going to be a little bit of a bulletproof vest, a little bit. And I say just a little bit because it does not do an insane amount of projectile protection, but you do get a very little amount of it. So if you're running, you want to run a vest that has a little bit of protection from the grenades or bullets or whatever, this is what you want to be running as well. And then I'll showcase the third vest as well, so don't worry. For the rig, we're showcasing the standard right now. This is what the standard rig is. I believe every soldier spawns in with, every recruit spawns in with. You're probably way more familiar with this vest than probably any of the other rigs. But yeah, this is the standard issue. For the backpack right now, we have the Alice medium backpack. This is just a really good standard backpack for someone who wants to carry a little more supplies. I usually carry this backpack when I'm M249 saw gunning, just because I can carry about 10 mags of the saw ammo in the backpack, and that I don't have to worry about putting mags anywhere else for the saw. So kind of just depends on what you're going for. And then obviously we have the standardized patrol cap, which is the BDU multi-cam version of the camo pack. Up next, I will showcase the helicopter crew outfit, and then we'll go into more of the unique gear and equipment and guns and stuff. Pilot outfit. I do have a vest on this pilot outfit to just showcase it. That depends on if you're going for an accurate vest. You may not want to run the outfit, an accurate outfit is what I'm trying to say. Then you might not want to run the vest or the rig. But it really just comes down to personal preference. I like to have a little bit of gear on me, so I don't mind running these two. So that's why I have them on as well, just because this is what I normally would run. And so this is very simple outfit compared to the others. It's just basically three pieces really. That's all it really makes the pilot outfit. You have the CWU-27/P pilot overalls or coveralls. These are just a map like a dark olive green color, the same color as the base version of the outfit, the very first outfit we talked about. The M was M69, so very very similar color to that. And then we have obviously the helicopter pilot gloves, which is right here. They kind of, you can see how they kind of bring the outfit all together in a way. And then for the purpose of this outfit, I am wearing the standard black U.S. boots. This is kind of what you would want. Most pilots would wear the black boots. They're not going to really run the jungle boots, at least my knowledge. And we're also running the SPH-4 helmet. This is the pilot helmet in the game. I think if you're flying a helicopter or a gunner in the helicopter, I think it should be mandatory to wear this helmet. I feel like it adds to the atmosphere. And it's just a cool helmet, and I think it's a really unique helmet in the game compared to all the others. So yeah, that is the basic version of the pilot suit. And again, these two things that I have right here, the vest and the rig, these are completely optional. I'm just trying to showcase as much things at once as possible so you guys enjoy this video. It's not 45 minutes long. So we have the Alice Commander rig on. This is the Commander rig. I feel like this is probably the rig I usually use the most when I'm piloting. I think it just fits the pilot's, the whole vibe the most, being a commander. And the vest we are running is going to be the M69 vest, which is the third and one other kind of vest that I did not go over. And this one's, again, kind of similar to the other one. There's really not that many differences between the vest. Okay, so now that we are done with the main outfits, we're going to go into the different types of equipment. And I'm going to start with page 1, and we're going to go from each page over. And then we'll switch to the arsenal. So on page 1 of the clothing arsenal, we have bandages, tourniquets, morphine, saline bags, map, a compass, a flashlight, a watch, binoculars, a radio, a landmine marker. Please use landmine markers if you're placing landmines. A shovel and a wrench. We also have the gas can, or the jerry can, or whatever you want to call it. We also have a medical kit. This is good for people that want to play medics. And those are all the base equipment. So now we're going to go into clothing. We have the U.S. resupply pack. We have the radio backpack. The radio backpack's really good if you're going to be running a deep behind enemy lines operation. So for my guys that are running in teams of 2, 3, or even 4 man sniper teams, Recommend one of you put the radio bag on. Whoever's running the radio bag will just have to have most of their extra ammo and medical supplies be carried by someone else, so someone else might have to carry a bigger backpack, because this radio is going to give you a farther range for communication. Then we have the Alice and medium backpack again, like we showcased earlier. We have the medical bag. We have the large compact field bag. This is going to be your big boy backpack. I don't recommend using this too much because this thing is massive and it makes you a giant walking hippopotamus or elephant. Everyone sees you from so far away, so I wouldn't recommend that. Next up, we have the automatic rifleman rig. Now, this is something the rigs are still confusing to me, even with as much time as I've been playing this game, because they have names, but there's only I don't really feel a huge difference when running rigs. The only rigs I kind of feel a difference running is when I'm running a sniper rig as a sniper. I feel like I can carry more sniper mags, and then the LMG rig feels like you can carry more LMG ammo and be nice slow. But that really does feel like the only difference is. So all these other rigs I think are more aesthetics than they are actual effecting. So anyway, we have the Alice automatic rifleman. We have the Alice Grenadier. Now, the Alice Grenadier is the only rig in the game where if you put it on, you do lose access to having a vest, so keep that in mind. You have the Machine Gunner rig. You have the Standard Issue rig. We have the Sniper rig, the Officer rig, and Commander rig. Vest, which we've gone over already, but I'll just do a quick run through. We have the PASGT vest, the M69 vest camo, and M69 vest olive. We also have another vest called the Survival Vest. Does say it was used by pilots, so theoretically you could use this as a pilot too. It just kind of depends. I prefer ones that give a little bit of bullet protection, but it really is up to you at the end of the day. Now let's go into some of the helmets. There's lots of helmet options. You have the PAS GT helmet, the PSA GT helmet with goggles, which is what they would use. You would see a lot in like if you watch the movie Black Hawk Down. They have the similar type of helmet. We have the camouflage netting PSAG. This is the helmet I use when I snipe, just because it has a little bit of gilliness on top of it, but obviously you could run whatever. We also have the M1 helmet. The M1 helmet is like a steel helmet, just kind of a standard issue. Then we have the M1 helmet. We have the M1 helmet ERDL, which is a camo version. The M1 helmet Vine Leaf version. M1 helmet with a frog skin version. We have the pilot helmet. We have the boonie hat, which is a boonie hat. It's a big hat from Vietnam war era. So if you're trying to get a Vietnam kit, recommend that. We have the boonie hat olive version. We have the patrol cap camo version and the default olive version, as well as a beanie if you're trying to be a gangster or something. I don't know. But I mean, the beanie is kind of cool, so I shouldn't really dog on it too much. Then we have obviously the clothing, which we went over already. We have the BDU long sleeve and short sleeve. We have the M65 long and short, the BDU pants, and the olive green M65 pants as well. We have the pilot suit and the pilot gloves, black boots, and jungle boots. Those are all the clothing. I hope the visualizations earlier in the game, earlier in the video, were helpful. I was going to do it just this way and just this way alone, but I think having an option to see the outfits, I think does a little bit better. So if you're interested in what they look like, just go back and watch the beginning half of the video. And if you're just trying to see what they are, what options you have, this is for you. So we're going to do the same thing for the weapons. So I'm not gonna showcase all the weapons. If you guys want me to showcase all the weapons, I'll do another video on that. I'm just gonna go through and show you guys what you have as options. So we have the Beretta, we have the M16 carbine olive, we have the black version and the camouflage version. So you have 3 different versions. You have the M16 carbine with the M40 mic or the 40 mic. I don't know why I can't English today. We have that in olive, green, and camouflage and black, so you have all 3 versions there as well. We have the M16A2, and we have the M16A2 black and camouflaged and olive green as well. The M16A2 with the 40 mic, you have that in black, green, olive, and camouflage, so you have 3 versions of that as well. And then you have the M249 Saw. You have that in just the standard issue version. We have the M60, also just standard issue. We have the M14 or M21 SWS in this game, but a lot of people just call it the M14, so I don't know if there'll be any people in the comments that would care if it's called the right name or not, so I'll call it by both so that people are happy as well. This is in this version. It says there's two versions of this. There's the iron sight and the sniper scope. If you're in multiplayer, you shouldn't theoretically. I've never seen it be both options. It's usually just the iron sight version, and you have to choose the scope yourself. So keep that in mind. The Law, which is the single shot, one shot rocket launcher for the Americans, and that is here as well. So now we're gonna go into the ammo types. So you have the 40 Mike HEDP grenade and the 40 Mike regular standard AG explosive grenade. We have the Beretta Beretta Mag 15 rounder. We have the 30 round M16 mags. We have the standard FMJ rounds, FMJ tracer, and tracer mags. For the Saul, we have 200 round, and we have FMJ, FMJ tracer, and tracer. We have the 100 round M60 belts, which you have FMJ, FMJ tracer, and tracer. You also have armor piercing for the M60, and you have armor piercing tracer. Looking to do a lot of damage, you may prefer the M60 because they have the armor piercing. I personally prefer the M249 just because I'm an M249 fan, but the M49 does not have any armor piercing unlike the M60. So if you're going for pure damage output, the M60 might be your choice. We have the M60 500 rounders. Now these are for your Hueys, your Huey gunships, and you have FMJ, FMJ tracer, and just tracer. And then you have the 100 rounders for the M2, which is going to be your 50 cal, which is for your Humvees, and that is going to be FMJ, FMJ tracer, tracer, armor piercing, tracer armor piercing, tracer armor piercing incendiary rounds, which is probably the most overpowered version of these, in my opinion. Armor piercing armor piercing tracer incendiaries are a crazy trio. So definitely recommend that. For the M14, this is why I said I called it by both names because it has a different name. The gun itself has a different name than the mag, so that's why I called it by two different names as well. And with that, we have a 20 round magazine, which is just sniper rounds. We have FMJ rounds, we have armor piercing, and we have tracer. I usually would run armor piercing just because armor piercing will put it down a target in one shot. Then we have the 40 Mike white flare, green flare, red flare. We have the sniper scope. We have the 4x20 carry handle scope, and that's going to be in camouflage, black, and olive green. We have the red dot scope, which is going to be, again, black, green, and camouflage. We have the bayonet, or the M9 bayonet, as it's called in-game, and that's just going to be a standard issue knife. We have the flash hider. We have a black, green, and camouflage suppressor. White smoke, green smoke, red smoke, purple smoke, and yellow smoke. If you're going to be doing helicopters, call-ins, please use red. I think red's probably the best color and easiest color for us pilots to see. We have standard issue grenades, we have landmines, we have a blasting machine, which is for doing handheld generator to use triggers to explode, landmines and explosive stuff farther away. And then attached to that, we have the demolition block as well. And that is all the equipment and clothes in the game that I went over. I hope this video is somewhat helpful to the guys that are still trying to figure out what all equipment you can use. And I plan to do this for the Soviet side as well. So if you're confused about which side has which, I will be covering that in another video for the opposite side. I might even do a side for civilians and for the freedom fighters or the AI faction, whatever they're called. So if you guys want to see videos on that as well, let me know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, there's so many options in this game, but there is also limited options in comparison to what we will have once they start updating the game and we get things like the mods over here on PlayStation. And again, if anyone thinks I've missed anything or addressed something, please let me know down below. I am still a learner in this game. I have not learned everything. I'm learning as I go. So I'm hoping to give the best information possible, and I think coming from a beginner is a little bit easier than coming from someone who has like a million hours in the game, because we're closely connected in what we're learning. So again, always down to learn more. So please, if I get something wrong or said something wrong, let me know down below. Just be respectful, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.